Yes, I would like to order a 2-year supply of Insight, please.
Why just 2 when you can make it 5 for
What?
cheaper?
Wait, who's this?
We're doing the podcast. Whose number did you think you called?
That's today. That's... Oh, this is Zeke? This is Zeke? Oh, hi. Yeah, hi. No, that was a goof.
It's funny because it's true.
No. It's not. It was. Well, I guess it was a goof. I don't use that Insight stuff. No, I don't. No.
You're gonna incite a riot.
It's a good pun. Good pun. Hi, everyone. This is Two Boys, One Podcast. I'm Rob.
He's Rob. You've
And
just been
we got
robbed.
that covered. You've just been robbed.
You've just been robbed.
It's just awful. You're awful.
We're off to a great start so far.
Two terrible puns. I mean,
in the first minute, 2 terrible puns in the first minute.
Yeah. Just over now. I mean, at least I tried to make a impotency joke.
Yeah, I think that's where we differed. You tried to make a joke, and I just acted normal.
Oh, I see.
What is it? Puns are lazy jokes? Isn't that the thing?
Puns are lazy jokes. Yeah,
that makes sense. That's why I'm good at them.
So, you're just... I just like you. I like you, guy.
My jokes are unemployed and don't do anything. They sit around all day. Punning around.
And punning around. Just keep getting better. How was your week? What'd you do? Tell me everything. I gotta know.
A friend of mine got married. And
oh my gosh,
then I
congratulations.
stood out in the rain.
Okay. Why'd you do that?
Well, it's been raining quite a bit lately. Has it not been raining out there?
I mean, sure, but I generally go in of doors.
And we have a fan of the show just walked in. Say hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
Oh
she's
my
really
gosh,
excited.
hi.
Really excited.
Hello, fan.
I record this podcast in my sister's room, and she's home this weekend, and she came in to say hello.
An errand.
She's running an errand while we're recording.
She's running an errand in her room.
Yep.
Interesting. Hi, Anna.
Rob says hi.
Rob.
All right, that was fun.
Indeed. Why were you standing in the rain?
Oh, it's been a lot of rain, and
you told me that. That doesn't answer why you're standing in the damn rain.
Where else do you stand? I didn't bring my umbrella. I don't know.
Were you wearing like a?
I was out there waiting for John Wick.
And like one of those. I've never seen those movies. And then a helicopter explodes and the FBI's after you? Is that what's going on?
Do you not even watch the trailers?
Is this the... what's his name?
You found like the one person in America who's not even aware of what it's about. Somehow we're gonna get this line of films. We're gonna get to both of them somehow. I'm sure we'll do it.
It's about this guy named Jonathan, and he's a candle maker because his last name's Wicks.
And he burns them at both ends
to collect wicks.
Yeah, it's exactly you nailed it.
Is this the one with the Hawaiian guy? What's the Hawaiian guy's name? Name the lead actor in that movie. That's it. Is this the Keanu Reeves one?
It is, and it's less of a train wreck than our podcast.
I certainly have no idea what you're referring to.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. So you're standing outside like John Wick.
Yeah, just like John Wick. You know, I mean, the wedding actually landed on a fantastically beautiful day. All the days before and after that, for about 4, have been just rainy, gloomy, blustery days. Winnie the Pooh would know what I was talking about. It's very, very Eeyore-esque.
A day made for the donkey guy. Right? He's the donkey?
Yes, he's the donkey, the John Wick donkey.
What's the one that springs around on his tail? What's his name?
That's Eeyore 2.
Eeyore 2, what's the one that's...
C-H-E-E-T-A.
Did you spell cheetah?
I did.
Very good. Huh.
Hopefully there aren't any real fans of this series of books, those wonderful childhood memories that we're ruining right now.
I don't think we're ruining them.
Not yet, anyway. But
you give
us another 25 minutes, and I'm sure we'll get there.
That's true. We do have 25 minutes left. Oh, boy. Ooh. What the hell are we going to talk about?
I don't know. We never have a plan that way. So I'm just kind of thinking that we don't have a plan. We'll see what happens together.
That's true, and we do, and we come out and we always nail it.
We'll just either tango and cash or Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, I like them both.
They're the same film.
You want to hear? I got a funny story about what happened to me this weekend.
Prove it.
Okay. And I know it's not going to be funny, but I'm going to tell it anyways. It's one of those. That's a great start. You had to be there moments. Anyways, I work at a restaurant, and we hold special events. I bartend there. And this Saturday, we had a tango troupe, which I affectionately called the Tango Mangos. But anyways, they're doing their tango, and at first, I thought it kind of looked like they were pretending they weren't wearing shoes, and they were avoiding stepping on invisible broken glass. That's just kind of what because that was amusing to me. And then that was them practicing, and then they threw this powder on the ground, and then they started snorting that up, and then things really got kicked off. But anyways, here's the climax. It's pretty good. They danced to a string version of Metallica's And Nothing Else Matters, and I was just running around telling all the employees, they're dancing to Metallica. And we were so busy, everyone's just like, what are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. And I was just like, it's Metallica. Isn't that hilarious? It's the funniest thing. And everyone's just shaking their head. And I was very disappointed. That's it. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that sounds like an interesting weekend. So you're just snorting lines of coke up off the floor.
I don't know what it was.
In between people's toes after a bar fight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That definitely, I guess, wins the uneventful weekend bracket.
Uneventful weekend? It was ventful, dude. That was totally ventful.
It sounds like a really good time. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Anyways, the powder was to help their feet slide. There was no...
Did it actually work?
Yeah, I gave it a try. Yeah, it helped your feet slide around.
Ideally,
your feet are... Yeah, go ahead.
No, why would they dance? It was tango they were dancing?
Tango, yeah.
Like, why would they do that barefoot? Isn't it... Don't they have to wear a specific
They weren't.
kind of shoe?
It's just what it imagined. That's what I was imagining. They were wearing shoes that just at first when they were warming up, it looked like they were kind of like trying to really carefully step around broken glass. I don't know why they would warm up that way.
I feel like, you're out forever west. So why didn't you just throw some bottles at them and just say dance? Probably could have found somebody to shoot at the floor. Yeah.
Shoot the floor?
Yep.
Because my bosses would have yelled at me because they just waxed the floors.
Maybe you're in the Wong Pot of Wyoming.
The Wong Pot?
There's a bar I've been into in Wyoming where people will just shoot their guns into the floor or the ceiling.
Really?
Yeah. It's a little
Where's that?
Little unnerving, but it happens.
Where's this?
It is in a little town called but I'm not going to say the name of the bar. It is a town near Ten Sleep.
Town near Ten Sleep.
Not Ten Sleep, but a town near Ten Sleep where it happens.
Mm-hmm. Thermopolis.
No, but you know your Ten Sleep.
Buffalo.
No, it's a remote.
And that's it.
It's a town of like 5 buildings. One of them's a bar, and I think the other 4 are uninhabited. I think.
Cool. All right, now I got to ask you which guns I can bring in to shoot on the ground. Shotgun.
No. I don't think it's encouraged, but it happens.
Gatling gun.
Yep, you just strap it in. It's kind of like Platoon. They encourage people to just walk on in with that giant gun and shoot it into the floor. Crank it up at the night sky while you're screaming.
Neat. Okay.
Yeah.
Blunderbuss.
Obviously.
When am I going to get a blunderbuss?
That's not their problem. Like, whether you can find one or not is up to you. And then once you have one, then obviously you'd come and shoot it into the floor.
And then I'll go pew pew boom, and then I'll fly backwards and get a concussion.
That makes sense. You just knock you right out those swinging doors.
Does it have bat wings?
Does it what?
That bar? The bat wing doors. You
Oh no, no, it does not.
God, who are you? You don't need. Gosh, what?
Is that really what they're called? Batwing doors?
I believe so. I believe they're called. Well, I don't know about the door part, but they're called bat wings for sure.
All right, now I know.
Knowledge is power.
I just had the more you know star just flew across my eyes.
It did it? Did you make a wish?
Nope, shot it out of the sky.
What'd you shoot it with?
A blunderbuss.
Did you have a silencer on that thing? I didn't hear.
Suppressor.
What's the difference?
I think they're the same thing.
Okay, so then what are you correcting me for? Because you're just like a jerk? Is that...
I don't know why else I'm part of this podcast, if not to be what I am.
I guess that's true. You be you, baby.
You do you. You do you.
I'll be... Can I be me, or should I not be me?
I think you should be somebody else.
Oh, okay. Who should I be? Who should I be? If I ask you a question, I want an answer, okay?
Christopher Robin.
Christopher Robin. We're talking Winnie the Pooh's...
No, the real one. The recluse.
I don't know anything about him, but here I am. Oh, God, I'm in society. It's scary.
Yeah, I think that works.
I think this is our best podcast yet, Zeke.
Evidently you've met before. Yeah, I think we're really firing on all cylinders today.
Oh, boy. Well, without further ado, is it ado or without do?
I think it's merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Zeke Wick. Zeke Wick. Zeke Wick. Ah!
All right, this week, you chose the movie.
I chose Clockers.
You did. Which is a Spike Lee film.
Keith David, Spike Lee joint.
Yep. We got there because of Keith David.
Yeah, from The Thing to the Clockers. Yep. Quite a switch.
Yeah, a little bit different film theme. Yep. Do you wanna kick it off since you chose the film?
Yeah, there was a couple of brothers and stuff happened, and one of them had a bleeding ulcer or something, and there was no clocks nor joints that I could find.
You evidently read the poster.
Yes, I did.
So a clocker is a person who deals drugs 24 hours a day. And
I don't know if I did. I knew it had something to do with drugs. I don't know if I picked that up.
And it is about it's kind of about two brothers, but it's kind of like almost a mismatch of the detectives are trying to bring someone specific down, the drug runners are trying to just make money, and then they're caught in between. Like it was my impression for the whole film that like what they were trying to perceive as having happened never actually happened. And then
it was.
So it's just like kind of a whodunit in the ghetto kind of thing.
Pour a mystery story.
Yeah, not a comedic version of Clue. And then at the end, you're just kind of like, oh, all right. I mean, I liked it more than I thought I would, and I was actually surprised with how many people were still alive at the end of it.
Sure. Yeah.
I really thought that there'd be no one left, but that wasn't the case.
Why do you think that?
I don't know why. I just kind of
because you're a pessimist.
I'm a realist, Rob. I just kind of assumed that no one would get away with anything. And while there wasn't really any specific trigger man that was more villain than another, like the spider web of cause and effect kind of reached out to everybody, where by the end, like, there were still lines of good guys and bad guys, but they'd all caused some bad things to happen because they were trying to either get out or push the blame to somebody else or force the truth to happen. So it was an interesting...
It really blurred the lines between right and wrong. And
not really right and wrong. I would say it blurred the line between the good guys and the bad guys, and I would say that no one was really a good guy. No one did the right thing.
The mom, she was nice.
She was trying to be nice. Yeah.
Trying to be nice.
Well, which mom? Like the Mikai's mom or
Mikai's.
Tyrone's mom?
I got to be honest. I still have about a half hour left on it, so I don't know what'd she do.
Which one?
Oh my gosh! Just tell me both.
Well, they both try to protect their sons, but Mikai's
by
mom
lying
has not necessarily lying, but going, like, Tyrone's mom tries to, like, her son's just literally like a 12-year-old, so she's trying to make sure that he doesn't go to prison. And then Mikai's mom is trying to keep both boys alive, but one of them is on the straight and narrow, and then the other one is a clocker, and they kind of cross paths a little bit. It's very, very much like perception of what a good guy and a bad guy is, and then you kind of delve deeper. And the story was originally written for Harvey Keitel's character, and then they switched when Scorsese went to Casino and Spike Lee came in on his recommendation, then the Strike became the main character, which was Mikai's role. And the perception focused entirely on him, which makes sense. But there seemed to be kind of a disjointed nature of why, the reason that Keitel was around all the time trying to fix this situation, why he was so betrayed by everything. That story never really got told, which was interesting. And I guess that in reality, in that world, it's probably very accurate, I guess.
Are you saying that the film originally under Scorsese's supervision was Keitel was playing Strike, or that?
No, I'm saying that Keitel was playing. Keitel was going to play the same character, but the story was going to focus more around his character.
Strike. I see.
Yeah,
I see. So then Spike comes in and he said, we talking about Strike
not up in here. Yeah. So Strike's character was just kind of... He was always denying everything. And then Keitel's character was, for whatever reason, there instead of the detective, who was Keith David, who we watched the film because of. Like, it was just kind of everybody was trying to work their way into this group for whatever reason, like thinking that this was the big bust. And that didn't ever really occur. So, there you go. There's my 2 cents on it.
So I pay $2.99 every week for these. I'm going to start rating them. How much? How did you watch it? You bought it? You said, right?
I rented it. I rented it off of the Amazon again.
For $2.99?
I believe it was. Yeah.
Well, I would have paid probably $2. $2. I'm giving it 2 out of $2.99.
You didn't finish it. You didn't finish it. So you only got your $2 worth.
I mean, no, but is the last half hour really gonna?
I think it would. I think you should definitely finish it.
Oh, I'm gonna finish it, but I'm not gonna change my rating. Okay.
Once it's set, it's set. You can't unrate it.
You rated it. You can't unrate it.
That makes sense, I guess. No,
what are you gonna rate it, dude?
Well, when I first started watching it, I was not really digging it, and as I watched, I really did wanted more of a resolution, but I'd give it 3.7 out of 5 stars.
Seems like we're about on the same page. I mean, my rating system's a little more accurate than yours, but
obviously. Well, you made your bones in your rating system. I should have known better than to go toe-to-toe with a master like you. A master raider.
Don't go. Master Raider, you're just trying to punt it up today, ain't you?
I told you, my jokes are lazy.
Just like you.
Yep.
You know what I thought was funny? Mekhi Phifer one time, he collapsed. I'm not letting you answer. He collapsed, coughing blood, and his buddy comes over and says, "You smoking crack?" And he kicks him in the stomach.
There was a lot of that. That more of that happens in the last half hour, where like the poor guy. I mean, I shouldn't say poor guy. He's kind of the antagonist and the protagonist because a lot of the problems are self-inflicted. But whatever it is, whether it's an ulcer or stress or both, I guess, or TB, I don't know. They never really explained what his ailment was.
The Red Death. I was just going to ask you to spoil it for me. I wanted to know.
No. Maybe it resolves itself when he, is able to embrace his love for trains. I don't know. Like every time something bad happens, every time something bad happens to him, he just gets kicked or kneed in the stomach, or beat the tar beat out of him, and again, just blood spraying everywhere. Hopefully, it's not MRSA. I guess
he'll be okay.
I'm sure he'll be all right. He seems to have recovered fine after the film.
He's doing okay, isn't he?
Looks to be that way, yeah.
It's good. I'm glad for him.
You sound glad for him.
What, are you suggesting I'm not?
I'm not suggesting anything. But if I'm saying if you're hearing it, I must be saying it.
Oh. That's usually how it works.
Keep on stepping.
Keep on stepping. Yeah, I was going to say earlier when you said you didn't like it much at the beginning, I do find Spike Lee's movies to be a little dancing. I'm trying to dance around it. Preaching.
He's a little heavy. Yeah, he's a little heavy-handed on the preaching. But I guess I'm not necessarily the demographic that he would be aiming it for. I will say that I think the best case scenario happened from this, where Scorsese went and did Casino, which I absolutely love that movie, and then this film, which I think was still a good story, was able to be made from a different perspective that you don't typically have a lot of. But I think that the film would have been significantly different had it been made in 2005 instead of 95. After the influence of The Wire kind of presented itself. But maybe it influenced The Wire too, so maybe that's not a relevant statement. I don't know.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Maybe a little of both. It's hard to say.
I would be surprised if it didn't come up in the, if Clockers hadn't come up in the development of The Wire somehow, because it didn't give you the whole backstory from everybody that a running TV series gives you the ability to showcase, but it did give you some backstory from everybody, and it kind of did, like, again, blur those lines of who you should be rooting for. The victims aren't always the victims, and the assailants aren't always guilty, kind of thing.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, overall, I did like it, and I'm glad to have seen it.
I am too. I'm glad it came up in our film string. I'm not really sure how to describe
Mookie.
Yeah,
Mookie.
I'm sorry that line was not reused, but I was glad to see Spike get a cameo. 2 different cameos. I was hoping that he would say it the first time, and then I realized that's probably not realistic.
Mookie, do the right thing, Mookie. Okay.
What's next then? What's coming up next?
Well, because I'm so prepared this weekend, I hadn't chosen until recently. I had thought about Bart and Fink. I also thought about 8 Mile. I thought about Malcolm X, which I don't know. But also Harvey Keitel and Bad Lieutenant, I think, is what I'm going to... Oh, wait, have you seen From Dusk Till Dawn? You probably haven't, have you?
I have not, no. But I haven't... Did you say Bad Lieutenant? I haven't seen that one either.
Son of a bitch. Okay. You get to choose one of the two. I think I know which one you'll choose.
I'm going to take Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah, I thought you would. Okie dokie. Let me lock it in. Okay, it's locked in.
You just notarized it.
Yep, I sure did.
That's what happens. Republic. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
All right, well.
Whoa.
Makes sense, I guess.
Just gonna ignore me choking?
Well, there's nothing that I can do. I can't give you the Heimlich from here. Plus, I'm on the phone. What do you want me to
just completely ignore it?
I'm gonna patch in the medics to our podcast, and you'll be able to listen to it. Just add phone call. Yes. How can I direct your call? The other person on this line is having a problem, but the emergency call is going to go local, so I'm going to have them patch in someone 600 miles away to a rural area, and then they're going to ask for your phone number, and I'm going to say 1555 screw you, and then it's going to be on the corner of some
corner of Afton.
Yeah, see, that's why. What do you want me to say? Like, I'm sorry, you're choking.
Look, would you listen? What happens is sometimes I do a thing like that on purpose, and then you don't realize it, and then you just gloss over it. And
you ever hear the story about the boy who cried wolf?
And then you edit it out of the podcast, and I'm looking for it, and I'm like, where the hell was that part? And you cut the whole thing out of there.
I did.
That's what's... Yeah! So stop it. When I do things, acknowledge it. I need attention. Okay?
No more editing. That's what you're telling me. Because otherwise,
Please edit.
Obviously, we're so grossly successful because I've been editing so much of it out that now we record for 30 minutes, but the podcast is really only 17 minutes long because I just do it at double pace. It's like it's Girl Friday.
It's happened at least
You don't
twice.
know. You're angry, young, and poor.
His voice, guys. This is what his voice sounds like when he's. I don't know. The moment he steps into a bar or a tavern, he just. All of a sudden, that's a terrible impression. He's just like, I'm Batman now. Like he gets this.
It does. It goes away for about 19 hours.
Yeah. You were getting it there.
I was.
I guess it's when you're.
It's probably just rage. It's triggered by rage.
Yeah, I guess so. It must be an anger thing.
Yep. Makes the most sense, I guess. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do when
I'm certainly not gonna be able to help you when you choke to death in Afton.
Look, I don't know.
Whatever lies you've been telling yourself.
I don't know where I thought it was gonna go, but I thought it might be funny if you said something.
I think we both start these podcasts thinking hopefully it's funny.
Let's try again. Let's try this again. Fuck you.
I like the cackle.
You're an asshole.
Bring the rain.
The hell is that?
That's a slow motion cackle.
With that same voice, with the high pitched.
That's the same thing. You just put a reverb on it.
Hey, listen to my high pitched cackle.
Lab editing.
Better than yours.
It is. Most things that you have are. Sounds like you're a current member of Oz.
Do I?
Like, one of those dancing monkeys? Isn't that the sound that they made?
I ain't I ain't one of thems.
Mookie.
Mookie. I'm a mookie, not a monkey. I'm a mookie.
Fine. All right. Well, you do the right thing. You know the right thing. Yeah. You do it. You go do it.
I do it. You do the right thing.
All right. Well, we've reached our limit because we've had so many pertinent things to talk about this week.
Zeke. Hold on. Okay, hold the phone.
I'm holding my phone. I'm holding it.
Okay. So everybody, I know you're expecting a chapter to the Lost Boy Scout thing, whatever, book, novella. I didn't get it done, but I know it's surprising this episode, but instead I do have a fun game for us to play. Are you ready, Zeke?
Am I?
Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, it's called Fish, Finger, Fart. So I'm going to read you a list of things, and you have to tell me which one of these things you'd rather fish, which one you'd rather finger, and which one you'd rather fart.
Okay? All right.
Do you accept? Do you understand?
I understand. I feel like this is going to go sideways on me.
I think you're going to be... I wouldn't do that to you, okay?
Okay.
I'll have everyone know I wrote this game literally like 5 years ago, and I haven't reviewed it at all, so let's see how it goes. All right, here we go. Fish, finger, fart, round one. Ellen Bernstein, methane gas, a largemouth bass. Which are you going to fish? Which will you finger? And which will you fart? I see what I did there.
All right. Read them again.
Yeah, Ellen Bernstein.
Uh-huh.
Methane gas, a largemouth bass.
I'd rather...
Would you finger?
I believe the order stays the same. So, okay. Read them one at a time. Read them one at a time.
Okay, so the game is called Fish, Finger, Fart.
No. Read, yeah, go ahead and read the names.
Yeah, okay. Ellen Bernstein.
Fart.
Methane gas.
Finger.
You're going to fart her?
Yep.
You're going to fart Ellen Bernstein. Okay. Methane gas, what are you going to do there?
Finger.
Finger the methane gas. Very good. Largemouth bass leaves
Fart.
you left. You are going to fish. You already farted Ellen, buddy.
Oh, then I'm going to fish. Yep.
You're going to fish the largemouth bass. Okay. Let me add up your points here. 1 point.
I got 1.
All right. What?
I got 1 point.
Yeah, the fish. You're going to fish the largemouth bass, you idiot. I told you. There's points, you moron. Okay?
What if I switch around the first two? What happens then?
It's too late. It's too late.
Oh.
You locked him in. I locked
You
him.
locked him in.
You would have had 3 points if you switched the first two.
Damn it. It seemed inappropriate.
I would never design something to be inappropriate, Zeke. Okay.
I should have asked for clarification.
Are you ready for round 2?
How many rounds are there?
Don't you worry about it.
All right, round 2.
Okay. Fish round 2. Fish, finger, fart. The ghost demon thingy from The Shining. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Blood. Or a swordfish.
I'm gonna fart.
Horny sword
fart blood.
Okay. Yep. Gotcha.
I'm gonna fish for the demon.
Fish for the demon.
And then what's left?
So, a horny sword fighting fish. I guess that's what I wrote.
There you go.
That's what 27-year-old Rob thinks is funny. It's kind of funny.
I would like to see a swashbuckling round of a narwhal versus a marlin to the death.
I'm gonna go with the narwhal. 2 points on that one.
I'm gonna go with the marlin.
I'm gonna go with you. Shut up.
Like, how about a nice
round
glass
3.
of shut the hell up? How many? Is this the final round?
Pardon me?
Is this the final round?
I guess it can be.
Is this all or nothing?
Is
this all or nothing?
You don't like my game?
All or nothing?
Fine, all or nothing.
All right.
God. You're... Hold on, I should breathe. Fine, let's just be done. You hate it. I hate you. We're done. That's it.
That's a full
you
circle.
Lose.
What did I win?
3 points out of 6. You won my everlasting hatred and animosity because you didn't want to play my game and you want me to choke to death. That's
let's just end it there then.
Fine.
I'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
The portions of today's broadcast that you actually enjoyed are brought to you in whole by...
Hi, guy. What's got you down?
That fellow over there has me digging my own grave.
But he's gonna kill you anyway?
Sure seems that way.
Then why are you digging your own grave?
That's a good question.
Sure seems stupid to overexert yourself before that chair swings low to carry you home.
You must be American.
You can bet your life on it.
Well, I guess I'll take you up on it. Here.
Don't mind if I do. It'll cost you the spare cash you got in your wallet.
You're an optimist if I've ever seen one.
Sign of the times.
Not a lot of repeat customers, I bet.
Loyalty's tough to come by in this business.
Are you sure that's the reason?
Do it right the first time, or don't do it at all, I say.
Let's try the second one. Say, while you're here, mind trying to get me out of this pickle altogether?
I'm not sure if you've guessed it, but I'm no hero. I'm a shallow gravedigger by trade. It's more of a calling, really.
So, you just wander around and wait for people to need to dig their own graves?
Happens more often than you'd think.
I'd really like to talk more about it, but you don't seem to want this to take very long.
Don't want one of those other grave vultures to get the jump on me. That's death on the pocketbook.
As opposed to just death?
See? You get me.
I'd say thank you, but I don't think you've kept my best interests at heart.
You'll thank me later.
No, I won't!
Down among the dead men, hire out your digging with shallow graves. We'll get you where you need to be faster than you'd like to get there. 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 You'd like